Hello, Peppermint Pals! We are doing a journal tour of my Art Journal Snacks summer journal. It is the first Art Snacks journal that I have ever gotten. So, Art Journal Snacks journal. I guess, well, they didn't send journals when I was doing just the regular Art Snacks. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, I have these little things from... If you know Daphne's Diary, it's this magazine that has all this cool stuff in it. It's really good for journaling, and it gives you craft and recipe ideas. And it's really cool. But there was a planner last year that they sold, and I tore out a bunch of pages of that when, we were putting it away or recycling it for the year. So I had a July and August. I didn't have a September. This goes into September, but whatever. And then I have this thing that says summer, and I forget where that's from. This was from a cover of Daphne's Diary. Then I use these little brads, you'll see, to make them look like they're hanging on a wall. This was a temporary tattoo. My friend's daughter's second birthday party, they had these temporary tattoos, and I realized you could use them on paper as well as your skin. And then, this is, I think, is also from a Daphne's Diary. I don't remember. But it's cute because it looks like it's a little lock on a journal. Then, of course, we start with the sketch, or the swatch page, a sketch page. So, our King Art color brush pens in the pink and the green. The zebra mild liners. Wow, I've clearly been watching Doodle Date too much. I said zebra instead of zebra. I got a brown and a blue, and then I did use that to do the numbers on the pages. So I had all my odd numbers written in blue, all my even numbers written in brown, and that still counted for, let's see if I can, so 27. You have the 2 is brown, but the 7 is still blue. The art crayons. I really love art crayons. There's my Dum Dum wrapper. I don't remember why I was testing these highlighters. They were not part of the supplies you got, but... And then I was testing the pencils. We got a 4B, a 2B, and HB. I drew little guinea pigs. The Senaliner, or the Senalier 3D liner. I loved that. That was great. I did some great stuff with that. And then this is the Mono Air adhesive, which I was just absolutely in love with, and I actually ran out of. I gotta see if they're gonna make more, if I can get refills of this, because I really love it. It was nice and sticky. The only thing is when you stuck something down, it was on there. You could not move it around. So first we have a page from the Disney immersive experience that I went to with my friends. So that was fun. All these are magazine. This is the ticket, and that's from a receipt. But all this is magazine clippings. I had this Disney magazine that I got a few years ago, right before I went into the hospital for just a short procedure. So it was something nice and calming to read. Then I also bought the Moana art book at that place where they had the gift shop after the show. So I bought the Moana art book. This was part of the ephemera in the Art Journal Snacks. Then there was just some blue from this page on this page. So I was having fun. I colored it all in green. And I had this little Vaffles card from FuffyFerrets, and I put him on there with gold and these sequin things, and he's just in the pile of gold, and it's just a cute page. Then we have You're Losing Me by Taylor Swift. I just love this line. I'm getting tired even for a phoenix. Boy, do I feel that. So, and this page was a lot of fun, but one thing I do regret is, you see all these gold flecks on here. I was using that Mono Air adhesive, and of course it comes out square, so These do not look like little flecks of gold or little feathers falling down. These feathers were actually the stamp on the envelope for the ephemera. Had these like swirly things that could be fish, they could be feathers, but I cut them into little feathers. This was also part of the ephemera, this sort of orange tissue paper that was made with the crayons. And then, of course, this is the 3D glue thing. What was it called? 3D liner. I guess a 3D liner. Yeah. This page looks like it's like real serious and dark and like emotional. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. So I just started like doing whatever. Because I think I was saving the next page for something. And I was like, I don't know what to do on this page. So I just sort of played around with materials. I put on little things from the newspaper club thing. Part of the ephemera, we got that, well, it was like an advertisement for the newspaper club. And I put things from that on there. I don't know why I turned this into a Mo Ariel page. I was using some stencils I got at one point from like at work, like when the magazines go out, since we're just recycling them, we can just take, if there's like free stuff on the front, like for craft magazines, we can just like take that. So I think I took those from the stencils from those magazines. And then these are also from the Disney magazine, and this little star here. These stamps are also from a magazine. This is when my friends and I went to the zoo. This was actually right after the Disney immersion thing, and I got some cool pictures. Like, here's the safari land, and I actually cut it to kind of look like a tree. Well, because there was a tree right here, right there, and then, like, I cut it like that. I forget what kind of cat. It's a lynx or something. I don't remember. This cool goat. And capybaras. The capybaras are new there, but I love them. This is more from that zoo trip. These monkeys were grooming each other. I really like the pheasant. Washi tape. And we have Barbenheimer. I was not planning on doing Barbenheimer. I was just going to do Barbie, but my friend, this friend, you've probably seen her in old videos, it's Claire, she wanted to do the double feature because she just thought it was the funniest thing, and like, sure. So I saved my tickets and I made a whole page out of them. Yeah, this was a picture we took before we went off to the theater. I had a lot of fun with this. We had a special election in Ohio, and honestly, I don't even know why I made this page. It was me feeling very fed up with the current state of things. Complete the sentence. I see good people being beaten down. I feel like nothing I do changes everything. I am not doing enough, and I'm not. But I don't want to get into that on this. And I don't know. I never finished this page because I really didn't know what to do with it. I just had this sticker, and then I kind of went on from there, and it looks more bright and happy than I suppose it should feel. Let's move on. Here we go. This is a good page. So this is my nephew, and yes, I have to cover his face, and these are some good, cute photos, but, you know, we're gonna respect his privacy, and I know his mom doesn't want his face showing, and you know, and I completely understand why. So this is from our summer vacation, visiting my brother and his family. So it says, yay, summer vacay. This was from a little book that he bought. Well, you know, his parents bought him. It was this little independent bookshop, and it was this castle book. It was like basically the story of Sleeping Beauty, except they were all dogs. I don't know why. And it was in the shape of a castle. He really liked it, and they say he was crispy. Which, crispy, you know, like when you say someone's fried, like they're very tired, so they're fried. They just, I don't know, they turned it into crispy. So when, so he was very crispy and whiny, so they're just like, okay, we'll just get him the little castle book. But then this came off, and he's walking around with it. No one notices. And he walks over to his mom, and she's like, oh, what do you have? And she's like, oh, this is a tower from the castle. That's a choking hazard. And so she's gonna throw it away. I'm like, oh, but can I have it for my journal? And she's like, yeah, sure. So she gives it to me. This was from the receipt from, we went to a children's museum. Here he is playing in the water at the children's museum. Here he is playing in the water, and with some like balls at home. He really liked these two little pink balls. He really likes like kind of warm colors, bright warm colors. He likes orange, red, and pink a lot. Speaking of which, there he is with his little basketball. We got him like a kind of a mini, it like had a place you could kick a soccer ball in, or a hoop you could dunk a basketball in. There's, of course, his ferret brother. There we are on a playground. This is like a rope. This was like a school playground near their house, and this is a little rope you could walk across. He's too little for that, but he loved rolling the little balls. Oh, and I chose this gem, this pink gem. Oh, you can't see it. This pink gem, because at the museum, there were these like, they were kind of like, I want to call them cards, but they weren't cards. They were like little wood blocks. On one side, there were gems on them, and I tried to flip them over and play a game of concentration with them, but there weren't an equal number of like 2 of each. Also, he kept stealing them, and he really liked the one with the pink gem, so I put that one there. That's not from the block itself, but it is similar to it. More nephew stuff. This is just a kind of a page of a bunch of cute stuff. There he's playing in the water with his mom. That's just a cute picture of him looking up. He was playing with the cage door. This is like a little travel cage for the like a little carrier, like if they go to the vet or something. One of the ferrets really likes sleeping in there. He has a big Squirtle. He loves that. He's a big daddy's boy. There he is with my brother, and you can kind of see a little pink ball in his hand. He's just having some breakfast. There he's playing on the playground. There is a ferret sticker, because he loves ferrets. He has a lot of bug toys. I don't know how he feels about like actual bugs. He doesn't seem very interested in them whenever he sees them, but he has a lot of bug toys. Like, I got him some last Christmas. This is from Daphne's Diary, this bird. It doesn't have any significance. I just think it's really cute, and it matches like the pastel cute baby palette. This was a little zoo that we went to when we were on vacation. This and this and this one are all from the brochures, but the other pictures I took, most of them didn't come out that well, but I do like that raccoon, and I do like that chicken. And it is kind of more aimed at children because everything is kind of low to the ground, and it's not very big. And there's this caboose that like has things you can interact with in it, and he really likes a caboose. They actually took him to the caboose to calm down after we were looking at the ducks, and he likes ducks and books and stuff, but when we met a real duck, the duck was very loud and like yelled in his face, like not directly in his face, but he was just like quacking, and he was just too loud, and my nephew got very upset. So then he was having a hard time enjoying the zoo. So they took him to, they called it his sensory deprivation caboose, and after that he was happier again. Okay, this is my favorite book, or favorite page in the whole book. It was meant to be kind of a book about books, although here's a picture of him interacting with this dog we met on the playground. She was very sweet. Because here we are at Barnes & Noble. You can't really see, but he's making like, oh no, don't take these face. He has 3 of these little fire truck wheelies. Here he, for some reason, decided that all the Bluey activity kits should go on the floor. So he just took them off one by one. Here he's playing with little drums I got him, but there is this book. It's called Pets, and I got him that specifically because it's like one of the very few books I've ever seen that actually has ferrets in it. And it's like a touch and feel. Well, it's like kind of you can pull the tabs, it's pop up, and you can also touch and feel, and you can feel the ferrets in it. So you're like, oh, he can practice doing soft touch. And then here we went to a playground. There was a dog there. She was super nice, very smart. Her owner had like treats, and we could like get her to do tricks. At one point, my nephew's mom gave me the treats to see if I could, like, here, do you want to do something with her? And so I took the treats, and I was gonna ask her to like sit and shake hands, but she decided to roll over, even though that's not what I asked her to do. And she rolled into my nephew. She didn't knock him over, but she kind of surprised him. And so he started crying. And so his mom had to pick him up and just be like, no, see, she's a nice doggy. And so he calmed down after that. So, and then the quote here is, I hope you never lose your sense of wonder, which is from a song, I believe, LeAnn Rimes. I had this little book. My parents got me a while ago that had like lines from the song and like philosophy and talking about it. And I was like, well, what am I going to use this for now? I know, I'll use it for journaling. And so this is like probably my favorite page. I think it's the best. That's a buy one get one half off sticker. The deal at Barnes and Noble. I'm not gonna sales pitch you here. But yeah, they did get a couple little like kid books for him with that deal. This is a book my friend gave me for graduation, and then I finally did something in it a little while ago where I just like colored with these pastel markers and this stamped on them. But I thought, oh, this page is about books. Like, here's a book sticker. I'll put that in there. Okay, the next page. So over the summer I was reading Fruits Basket Another, and so I'm like, well, I'll draw the like some of the old gang and the new gang next to each other. I do like how this came out. I don't like how this came out, and I'll admit I did kind of rush it because it was going really well, and then I'm covering it because it's just so ugly. I show it to you, but then I cover it again because it's ugly. It was going really well, and then somehow the paper that I was drawing on got marked up, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just have to do tracing paper and transfer it to another page, and I did, but I was just like, I wanted to move on to other stuff. I was almost done with the journal. I kind of rushed through the inking, kind of rushed through the sketching too. I don't like it. This one is much better. I really like how Keo turned out a lot. So this is my Taylor Swift's page. You may have seen this on my Instagram, or if you're on Art Journal Snacks Mix, I posted it there too. It's been the summer of Taylor Swift. It's been the year of Taylor Swift, to be quite honest. And I just felt like doing something for that. And then, of course, I had the Polaroids from the 1989, the first version, obviously, because, well, I don't know when this video is coming out, but 1989 TV has not come out yet when I recorded this. And then in here, I'm not going to pull them all out, but I have, like, some of my favorite quotes from her songs. I want to do way more, but this envelope is already pretty full, so might not work out. This is just sort of me doing whatever. This actually was this sticker was on my new desk. That's really awesome, and I love it. This is also from these two are both from the newspaper club. This is, I don't remember if I kept the card. I'm not going to go looking for it now while I'm recording, but I will go ahead and put links in the description if I can find it. This person I saw at the art fair in our town has these little creatures called the nuns, spelled Nones, because they kind of look like nuns, but they're kind of weird and mysterious. I put nothing next to that. I was just sort of playing around. This one I signed, but with the liner, the 3D liner. I put Belle there, and I'm like, well, I have this paper. What should I draw on it? And I drew a rose, because Belle. This is just a bunch of food. I got, like, British candy from a friend of mine who's not British, but I guess she got British. She either bought it from, like, a nearby market, or she got it from one of her other friends and sent it to me. I don't know. That's my awesome friend Foxtailbrush. She got me a bunch of Pui Pui Molcar stuff, because I got her a BTS book and free photo cards because I work at Barnes & Noble. So she got me Pui Pui Molcar stuff. So this Kitty Bubble Cafe and Bar, that is a little cat cafe near me. This is what a nutrition label looks like if you're in England. Well, I don't know, or at least in the UK, maybe, I don't know. Certainly, it might be other countries too. Certainly, if you're from that area or the world, you're like, yeah, I know. And you might wonder what a nutrition label looks like in America, but I don't have that because I know what that looks like, and it would be boring to put that on here. These Jagarico potato stick things, so good. They're They're a Japanese treat. Loved them. I included Waffles Lemonade. Also FuffyFerrets. I mean, it's the same Waffles. I don't know. I just thought that would be cute and I added it to it. There's, from the Sprite box, we have Monster Munch, the little monsters. It's just a page of a bunch of like funny, cute food-related stuff. So I was trying to do a hexagonal pattern like this with tape, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. But I'm like, okay, well, I still have this like diamond pattern because I was like partway through it. I will keep that and paint over that. And then I have these stickers that like, they were little hexagonal stickers, and I could peel off the sticker back, and I used that. So this is my bee page because I have a Bellsy's Bumblebee. She's over there. She'd take up the whole screen if I showed you, but her name is Bee. So I had this and I wanted to include that, like a little door there. And I'm like, okay, we'll make a whole Bumblebee page. This one keeps falling off. I don't know why. The glue's not that great. Man, I miss that, this thing. I really need to get more of that. And then this, I just like, I painted it like green to kind of a dark blue gradient, and then I just put on stickers that I liked. Mochi's also from FuffyFerrets. Just some cute stuff. Here's some Pooey Pooey Molcar stuff. I don't really get a lot of Pooey Pooey Molcar merchandise around here, so I have to basically rely on Foxtail to get me some stuff. And so these are all from like things she's gotten me in the past that I like cut out. Like this was like some gummies, but you could also get little keychains. This is not the keychain I got, but I used it in this. So yeah, just little Pooey Pooey Molcars everywhere. This was a tag on one of my plushies. And then I made this whole thing like an under the sea sort of thing. And there's like these bubbles from these. I don't know what these are, but we got them as ephemera in our art journal snacks. I have not been really talking about what's ephemera from that and what's not. I mean, this is ephemera. This, I mean, I guess I could have just said it on this. This was part of the ephemera. And then this whole page, all this. Pretty much all this, I think this and this bead here are not ephemera that was included. Oh, and this one too. But yeah, this bird, this whole flower page, these little scraps, I kind of used them to try and transfer onto the page. And it didn't work too well, but it worked a little bit. And then I tore them up and I sewed them on. I sewed this bead. Then there are more of these things. There was like a little kind of metal circle thing. I sewed around that and it kind of made like a flower center. And then I had like, from this, I had all these little, sewing bits. And so I turned them into footprints. I'm like, this kind of looks like a little map. So I made like a little kid treasure map. And like, so I wrote start. And you go around, and X marks the spot. And you'll notice I purposely put in some misspellings like butterfly field, F-E-E-L-D, or sunflower field, or purple mountains with a W, witch hut, no T. I was just trying to do like a little kid thing. This was my friend and I were, mostly she was making a vision board. And I just could not get into it, but I found a bunch of stuff I liked. I'm like, well, I can put those in my journal. So, and then this little bear guy is from like a plumbing company near us. So I made that page. This was an outer space page. More of those temporary tattoos, which actually they were back on one of the I think it was the reading page, which I forgot to point out. More of these things. The backing is also part of the ephemera. And I did like the triple goddess symbol here. There's a tarot card sticker, a little ghost. So it's kind of, I guess, a mix between like this supernatural and an outer space. I think I was trying to do more of like an astronomy sort of, no, sorry, more of an astrology sort of, well, I had one idea for one astronomy, and then I had an idea for astrology, and I kind of mixed them, and I don't know. It just sort of turned into this. Maybe that'll make some people angry, but I was just kind of having fun. I wasn't trying to imply anything. I was just having fun, sticking stickers and stuff. This was, I put my hands down, I traced around them, then I colored in each area, and then I just put some more stickers. Not all of these are stickers, some of these are glued on. Like here's a little frog and a lily pad from a necklace I had. This pterodactyl and these dinosaurs are from the boxes that held the little temporary tattoos. Of course, we got Pui Pui Molcar, more ghosts, more of my nephew. So this is just, I don't know, another page. Here he's eating breakfast again. There he's having some frozen custard from Oberweis. There he is in one of his cabinets. Since they can't really lock the side cabinets on one of their pieces, I say furniture, but it's like built into the wall. They just let him have it, and he can put his toys in there. It's not this one, but the other one. He's very particular. He has like one of those little echoey microphones. He puts the microphone in this box of oats, and then puts the oats on the top shelf of the cabinet, and that's where it belongs. This is kind of a little vision board, more or less. It's kind of like things I want in my life. Not necessarily New York, but like just travel. I thought this, like, you know, was a picturesque scene of like places I want to visit. I could have gotten something like from Japan, but my like Japanese magazine, I don't want to cut up too much, and I had one thing, but it was too big. So I have some Japanese text from Pui Pui Molcar, a little Pui Pui Molcar, because I just want to keep growing that collection. And when I travel, honestly, when I travel to Japan, but also when I travel to California and stuff and visit my friend, I'm going to stock up on Pui Pui Molcar merch. A reading nook, learning, doing, cheerful, French. Want to keep learning French. I was nearly fluent in high school, and then I kind of dropped off. And then a picture of my nephew, because I want to be close to him. So next, we've got some of my favorite drinks, and this is a two-parter. We've got melon soda, chai, grape soda. Yes, I know it looks like a big jug of wine or something, but I was trying to go around the grape and I also around the other things, and it just kind of messed up. And then I had this picture of a sandwich that I cut out, and I said, days are like sandwiches. The best have bacon in them. Too true. What the heck? Oh, my mimosa fell off. Oh, no. I'll have to glue that back on. But then we also have matcha latte, mimosa, milk tea, and then a mocha or a white chocolate mocha. And then just a hot dog and fries. There's nothing funny. I've tried to look for a good hot dog quote, but I couldn't find one, and I couldn't think of one either. I cannot believe this page got lost. It just, like, got stuck together. This is another Taylor Swift lyrics page. It's All Too Well. This is the Sennelier liner thing, and I put it on my hands, and then I put it on one of my hands, and then I kind of mush them together, and I made handprints. And the handprints are symbolic of the meaning of the song to me. They're handprints instead of a scarf. That's all I'll say about it. But yeah, I did the handprints, and I used the darker pencil to write around the lyrics around it. And then I did the light pencil, and I actually erased some to just the part in the 10-minute version where she's over and over again. Wind in my hair, down the stairs, sacred prayer, over and over again. I wrote that over and over again in the background, and it was a lot of work, but I think it looks really cool, and it worked out too, because here, you know, it goes to remember it all too well, and then I was able to work out to here. It was like, it was rare, and then you remember it all too well. So it worked out. So that's that page. I don't know. it got stuck together, and I can't believe I forgot it, because it was a tedious page, but I'm really proud of it, and it was also fun to do the handprints, so. This is just like a little peekaboo page. There's the guy from the newspaper club. These strings were from this little unicorn that it's like a loom crochet. So, just having fun with that. Then a froggy I cut out. A very wonderful frog. And then the last page, I just sort of stuck some stuff on there. This is all ephemera. This was from, there was a smaller bag that held like little things in it, which like some of the, like these guys were in it. And then there was some reason why I like was testing black on it or something, but then it had like this black smear on it, so I put the ephemera envelope sticker on there, put that on there, and then just put some other ephemera stuff on it. And then we have Nugget in the fall, and she's saying, "That's a wrap on my summer journal. See you in the fall." And then here on the back page, we've got a cute picture of a kitty and a guinea pig from back when I had the Kittens and Friends calendar. There is a cute little picture of Nugget. There is my nephew and his friend from daycare who happened to be at the block party with us, and we were swinging next to each other. And then this was at the end of that adhesive roll, and I put it at the back there. So that's it. I will see you all for the fall journal. Bye! I forgot to show the side view, or as us in the Art Journal Snacks community call it, the side boob. Yeah, it's always nice and thick.